Nick Mangold was more than a football player. He was a pillar of strength, humility, and heart whose story ended far too soon. Born on January 13, 1984, in Centerville, Ohio, Nicholas Allen Mangold grew up in a small town with big dreams. His parents, Vernon and Therese Mangold, raised him to value hard work, faith, and family. From his early years, Nick stood out not just for his size, but for his discipline and character. He was the boy who helped his neighbors before heading to football practice, a young man whose quiet determination hinted at greatness. At Archbishop Alter High School, Nick's dominance on the offensive line caught attention across Ohio. But it wasn't his strength alone that impressed coaches, it was his intelligence. He studied the game deeply, understanding angles, timing, and teamwork. That mindset carried him to Ohio State University, where he became one of the most reliable and respected players on the Buckeyes' offensive line. His dedication to his craft was unmatched. He stayed long after practice, studying plays under the dim glow of the locker room lights. In 2006, his lifelong dream came true when the New York Jets selected him in the first round of the NFL draft. What followed was an 11-year career that turned him into one of the greatest centers in NFL history. Mangold's presence on the field was commanding. He protected quarterbacks, anchored offensive lines, and embodied the toughness that defined New York football. 7 Pro Bowl selections, 2 first-team All-Pro honors, and countless battles later, Nick Mangold wasn't just a player, he was a legend in green and white. But beneath the helmet and glory was a man of warmth and humor. Away from the stadium lights, Nick was simply Dad. He married his longtime love, Jennifer Jenny Mangold, and together they built a beautiful family with 4 children. His happiest moments weren't in front of roaring crowds but at home, grilling in the backyard, fishing, laughing, and teaching his kids the lessons life had taught him. He was humble, genuine, and grounded, always remembering where he came from. When he retired in 2017, Nick transitioned into a mentor, commentator, and ambassador for the Jets. He never sought fame, he sought to give back to the game that gave him so much. But in October 2025, fans learned of a new battle he was fighting, one far tougher than any he had faced on the gridiron. Nick revealed he was suffering from chronic kidney disease caused by a genetic defect. He spoke openly about undergoing dialysis and his need for a kidney donor, still hopeful and strong despite the circumstances. Tragically, just days after that revelation, on October 25, 2025, Nick Mangold passed away at the age of 41 due to complications from his condition. The news shook the sports world. Tributes poured in from across the NFL. His former coach Rex Ryan broke down in tears live on ESPN, calling Nick the best leader I ever coached. Fans gathered outside MetLife Stadium, lighting candles and wearing his number 74 jersey in silent remembrance. Nick Mangold's death was heartbreaking, but his legacy endures. He was a man who lived with integrity, led with love, and fought his battles with courage. To his teammates, he was a protector, to his family, a hero, and to the fans, a symbol of everything great about the game. He once said, "Life hits harder than football, but you get up anyway." And that's exactly what he did, every single time. Nick Mangold may have left the field, but his strength, spirit, and example will live forever in the hearts of those who knew him. Rest in peace, number 74, the Iron Wall who never fell.